Hi, I'm Jason Gray. Would you like to improve your sales skills? Would you like to close more deals, help more people out? Or maybe just look at some of the actual science and numbers behind sales? If you said yes to any of those questions, stay tuned for this book breakdown. All right, everybody, we are looking at S.P.I.N selling by Neil Rackham. All right, it stands for situation, problem, implication, and need payoff. Great book, a little meaty, a little dry if you're not into science or sales, but what it is he's got a company that researches effective sales and just all types of salespeople to see what are they saying and doing that makes them successful, and what are the ones that are struggling doing. Wouldn't you like to know the answer to those questions? Well, you want to grab this book to really get all the nitty-gritty details and truly understand it. But I'm going to give you a little taste today that will help you out, and if you like it, pick up the book. Okay, so first off, they're talking about, stages of a sales call, and this could be in person, but I think they're studying a lot of people mainly on the phone, but they were also out in the field next to people as well. But the preliminaries, okay? The warming up of the call. A lot of times sales books and trainers will really give people one hook question or benefit right away, or try to schmooze people, and that always isn't...
Hi.
Okay, thank you, honey. That always isn't the most effective, okay? So if you want to know the most effective preliminaries, pick up the book here. Investigating, so you got to find out the facts, information, and needs of the person. That's what you want to do in the beginning. Demonstrating capability, show that you've got something worthwhile to offer. Obtaining commitment, gaining the agreement to proceed further. And those are the stages of the calls there. When we look at investigating, okay, or we really look at the S.P.I.N model, it first starts off with situation questions. This is you getting the facts, the background, understanding what the customer is doing now, and asking the questions to really get an understanding of what's going on. But don't ask too many of them. Sometimes people will ask 20 different questions and it just bores the person. They want to hang up. They lose interest. So you get a reasonable understanding of their current situation. You ask problem questions next. Okay, so first it's situation, figure out what's going on. Problem questions, you're asking about the customer's problems, difficulties, or dissatisfaction. And you're looking then at the implication questions. Implication questions are about the consequences or effects of a customer's problems. Successful calls usually contain a high level of implication questions. Okay, and they have a lot of charts in here and actual numbers when they say high level that show you it is a high level. The ability to develop implication questions is crucial skill in the larger sale because it increases the customer's perception of value in the solution. Now, what's an implication question? This would be you, the seller, implying that you have something, a service, a product that will offer a benefit or offer something that you think these people might like. So to prepare for your calls, you want to know a bit about their industry, what they're doing, what their potential pain points are, and you can imply that what you're offering is of value to them. Okay? But you do not want to overdo that, and most people just stay in that zone if they ever get to that zone at all, and it becomes feels a little pushy, and you're just assuming like, hey, our things do all this and I know you want that. So you do need to use some of that. Of course it is successful, but don't just stay there. And the biggest payoff, the area we all need to work with more and focus on more, is the need payoff questions. Okay, need payoff questions. That's about the value, usefulness, or utility that the customer perceives in a solution. So like the implication questions, need payoff questions are strongly linked to success in major sale. So what's the difference? The need payoff questions are going deeper and further in the understanding, and it's also based off what they've told you their pain points are, not of what you're implying. Okay, so you might be selling printers and you say, hey, this will print, instead of 100 pages, it prints 200 pages in the same time frame. And they can say, yeah, well, that doesn't really jam us up or cost us money. We're not that interested. Instead of keep pushing that feature or something similar, you would ask questions to find out, where are they dissatisfied? What are their pain points? Where are the challenges? You know, what do they think you could help them with? And then you can ask them, well, why is that important to you? Or they say, well, you know, my copier, it doesn't print double-sided. So why would printing a double-sided be of importance to you? Well, it would make things faster, and it would save us on paper costs, and it would save us on postage if we have to, you know, mail out a bunch of these, if it's half the weight, half the papers. Okay, and that's important to you because that saves a lot in your budget that then you could turn around and do what with it? Well, we turn around and take the savings and buy another printer, or we pay someone's salary, give raises, or we just put it back in the budget. Okay, so if I had a solution that was double-sided, printed faster, and allowed you to put that $25,000 back into your budget so that you could get that training, would that be something that would be of interest to you, or would you want to take a further look? Great. Well, here's how it does, blah, 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 and it's this amount of money. When can we get it going for you? All right, demonstrating capability. The traditional definition of a benefit is a statement that shows how your product can be used or can help the customer. This works with small item sales, but not with the larger ones. In major sales, the most effective type of benefit shows how your product or service meets an explicit need expressed by the customer. So again, you're not just guessing and throwing a bunch of features at them. You're hearing and understanding what their challenges are and their needs and their dissatisfaction, and you're giving them the value that yours can fill that as a solution. Obtaining commitment, check that you covered the buyer's key concerns, summarize the benefits, and propose the appropriate level of commitment. So that's just a taste of the book, guys. If you like that type of stuff, if you want to see the exact numbers, if you want more examples, pick it up. It's called S.P.I.N selling. And I think my main takeaways are asking questions is always a strength in communicating with people and in sales. So make sure you're asking more than you're telling. Make sure you use the platinum rule, not even the golden rule. You know, the platinum rule is do unto others as they want you to do unto them. So if you're matching their style and you know what they want and their challenges and their actual needs, and if you can bring value to that and keep digging deeper and give them more benefits, it's easy. And people that do that, this was another takeaway too, people that do that get less objections, if any at all. It's more relational, and you're actually helping the people, not just selling. And when you do that, like I said, there's less objections. So a lot of sales training teaches people what to say, how to overcome objections. And here the evidence and the book argues, and from my experience would argue, that's, you know, do you need to be prepared for some common questions that people might have? Yes. But if you're delivering value, if you're listening, if you're seeking to understand, and you can offer a common sense solution, and you can clearly articulate the benefits, the deep value, what do they have to object to? Right? And you don't have to worry about overcoming it, because any objection is really going to be probably a situational thing that they can't handle. Like, hey, this makes sense. I love it. I would sign the papers today, but I'm not the decision maker. Or I can't sign it without the CEO also. That's not an objection. That's just a condition. And then you set up the next appointment to get with the CEO. So anyway, so normal overcoming objections, not that handy as most people would think. It's all about the needs. So first off, S.P.I.N, okay? Situation question, understand their situation, okay? Knowing what their problems are. You can imply some value or ask some implication questions to get the conversation opening up and figuring out which way they seem excited about or in need of. And then when they are explicitly telling you, this is what we need, here's where we need help, here's our frustrations, here's where we're losing money, here's where we're losing time, etc. Then you can go right in for the value, the benefits, and not just the surface level feature. Oh yeah, we've got that child rider on our insurance policy. No. Go into the benefit and saying, great, so I know you want some coverage on your kids, so if all of them would be covered for, the right amount of money at a price that's affordable, what would that mean to your family? Would that give you enough peace of mind that, God forbid, that day comes? Would this be enough coverage that's getting you off of work for a month to recover, as well as take care of funeral costs and all that, unforeseen situation that no one really ever wants to think about or deal with? And go deeper. What if it could also guarantee that they can get coverage when they're an adult off of your plan, no matter what their health is? Would that mean anything to you? What would it mean? Why? Right? Values-based selling, going deeper, needs, and then filling it. If people don't care about that, you spend little to no time bringing that up, because what do they care, right? All right, guys, hope this was helpful. Hey, in the comments below, let me know what point stood out to you the most, and do you challenge any of the things that I said that came from this book? Let's have a little discussion, and if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and join me in the pursuit of greatness.